The FIIL CC Pro are the latest noise-canceling earbuds from FIIL. They are the same brand that brought us the T1X, T1XS, and T1 Pro that shook up the true wireless market over the past year. My name is Jeff, and in this video, I'll be giving you my full review along with comparisons to some of the top noise-canceling earbuds on the market. Now, before we go any further, if you have any questions or concerns about the way that I receive or review any of the products on this channel, please refer to the full disclosure that I'm going to leave for you in the description box right down below. So now, let's not waste any more time. First up, let's talk about that connection. So these are featuring Bluetooth 5.2 along with AAC and SBC as their connection codecs. Unfortunately, we're not going to see any high resolution codecs like LDHC, LDAC, or aptX on these earbuds. When it comes to Bluetooth range, we've got about 37 feet or 11.5 meters. Now, obviously, this is going to vary depending on how many walls or obstacles you put in between your phone and the earbuds. Now, when it comes to video lag or latency, it is pretty much non-existent. Now, these do feature two low latency modes. One is for video and one is for gaming. Obviously, the one for video is going to tighten up the synchronization between people's voices when they're talking and their mouths moving on your display, and it works very well. Now, on the gaming side, the gaming mode works very well. If you're going to be one of those people that are playing first-person shooters, Call of Duty, PUBG, things of that nature, it works very well at tightening up all of that lag and latency. So overall, the low latency modes are actually legit on these earbuds. Now, these are also featuring dual connect, which means that you can use these earbuds individually while the other one is charging in the case. So if you're one of those people that need to use one earbud while the other one is charging, and then maybe halfway through the day you swap out, they've got you covered. Then last but not least, these also feature a quick switch function. So this is somewhat similar to a multipoint connection, but I'm not sure if it actually is a true multipoint. But here's sort of how it works. This is simply a quick switch feature from what I have personally experienced. You have to long press one of the earbuds for 4 seconds, then they will disconnect from the current device and reconnect to the other paired device. This all happens a bit slower than I had expected, but it does indeed work. So if you're one of those people that need to have earbuds connected to your phone and a laptop maybe for work, then they're going to have you covered as far as that's concerned. Now, this function has to be unlocked from within the FIIL Plus app. I'll be going on a little bit more about the app at the end of this video. Now that's going to bring us over to the battery in the case. As far as battery life, they were claiming 5.5 hours with noise cancellation turned on and 6.5 hours with noise cancellation turned off. Now, in my actual testing, at 75% volume, I managed to get 5 hours and 43 minutes with noise cancellation turned on, and then 7 hours and 4 minutes with noise cancellation turned off. So these are slightly exceeding their own battery estimates, which I'm actually kind of surprised by. Now, when it comes to the charging case, it will be providing you with an additional 3 charges on these earbuds, bringing the cumulative battery life up to just around 30 hours with both the earbuds and the case combined. Now, these earbuds also feature a fast charge function, so if you do happen to drain these earbuds all the way out, you can drop them back into their case for 5 minutes, and that's going to give you an additional hour worth of playback time. But if you leave them in there for 50 minutes, that's going to fully charge them back to 100%. And then as far as the case, via its USB-C connection, it takes 1.5 hours to fully recharge the case. So overall, battery life and recharging is pretty good. Now, as I said just now, you do have USB-C to charge the case along with wireless charging. So they do have that on these earbuds. As far as the case itself is concerned, we do have a premium feeling design with that metallic gray color. Overall, it actually looks really good and it actually feels pretty good in the hand, which is something kind of funny to say, but overall, I mean, I'm really liking the shape and I'm liking the compact size. Another cool feature is the FIIL logo on the front. It's actually illuminated with LED lights, and when you set it to charge wirelessly, the FIIL logo will actually breathe on and off while it's charging. Thought that was kind of cool. Maybe it's just me, but I thought that was kind of cool. Now, one of the questions that always comes up in my comment section is going to be, Jefe, how comfortable are these earbuds? So let me preface this by saying that comfort is incredibly subjective and everybody's ear sizes are different. Everybody's comfort levels are different. So please take what I say with a grain of salt because user experience may vary. For me, my ears, these are very comfortable. I haven't experienced any sort of ear fatigue, any pain in my cartilage, nothing of that nature. And that's with me testing out these earbuds and sitting with them in my ears for upwards of 2.5 to 3 hours at a time. No issues so far whatsoever. Now, these are a stem style design and they have a full in-ear style. So they do have the silicone ear tips that seal inside your ear. They do have a wide bore on these ear tips. So aftermarket selection is going to be a little bit tricky, but you can get options from companies like SpinFit who offer wider bore ear tips if you do need them. They do offer you 3 sizes. You've got your small, medium, and large. So they do have some options for you. And as I always say, please take that time, spend a couple minutes, try the different ear tips so that you can get the optimal fit, because that's going to provide you with the best experience, not only for comfort, but also for sound quality. And on noise canceling earbuds, it improves that noise cancellation. So make sure you take that time to do that. But overall, very comfortable with me and no noticeable fatigue. These are also featuring 3 microphones on each earbud, along with subtle FIIL branding on the stem itself. When it comes to controls, these are featuring full touch control, but in order to unlock them from basic mode that they come in out of the box, you do have to access the FIIL Plus app. Once again, I'll be talking more about that app towards the end of this video. And then last but not least, you do have in-ear detection for automatic play and pause. This can also be toggled on and off if you don't like it, but it does work very well. Now, before we move on to the next section, let me ask you a quick question. Do you bother EQing your headphones and earbuds at all? Or are you one of those people that just takes them out of the box, puts them on the ear, and enjoys exactly the way that it sounds? Please let me know down in the comment section. I want to know how many of you are actually taking the time to EQ stuff, even if it doesn't have an app. It could be a third-party app, it could be the factory app, or not at all. You let me know down in the comment section. So now let's move over to the performance. So first up, let's talk about that active noise cancellation. Now these are featuring a hybrid ANC system, and they are utilizing all of the microphones on board. Now the ANC has dual modes. One of them is your standard noise cancellation and the other is the wind noise reduction. Now they are claiming a minus 39 dB reduction in your ambient sound. The ANC is surprisingly strong, and it is definitely stronger than their previous model, which is the FIIL T1 Pro. That was one of my gripes with the T1 Pro, was that it had weaker ANC compared to other earbuds on the market in that same price range. But with these, that ANC has definitely been improved. Now, I know the next question you're going to ask is, how does it compare to some of the other earbuds? The comparison is going to be coming towards the end of this video, so just hold on, be patient. Now next, we have the wind noise reduction. And this one actually really caught me by surprise, because when I was outside, it was pretty windy. I went for a walk and it really tamped down the noise of the wind on the earbuds. And I was like, there's no way it's working this well. So to test this further, I went home, put a fan on right in front of me to really drop some wind on those microphones. It's making a ton of noise. I activated the wind noise reduction. Wind noise is gone. I was seriously shocked. So that wind noise reduction on these, it's actually one of the best that I've heard so far. So I'm truly impressed. Next, let's move over to the ambient sound. So ambient sound on these, also known as transparency mode, it works fairly well for situational awareness, things of this nature. Now it is dual mode. So they have a fully open mode, which basically pulls in all the ambient noise around you. And then they have a voice mode, which is going to tamp down some of the background noise using noise cancellation, but it's going to focus more on voices. So like if you want to watch TV or if you want to hold conversations with people, it'll let you hear that instead of some of the background noise. Now, overall, both of these modes, you can hear the difference. They do work fairly well, but it isn't the best ambient sound that I've ever heard. So now let's move over to the volume. So overall volume on these is very loud. These are coming in at a 9 out of 10, so very loud. For me, comfortable listening is coming in right around 60 to 75%, with plenty of overhead if I'm listening to quiet dialogue in an audiobook, or even, watching movies or videos, anything of that nature. Now, on the topic of audiobooks, if you're into listening to audiobooks or you've been thinking about it and you weren't sure about using them, take it from me. I'm an actual Audible listener. Like, I have a huge library of books that I have already listened to, and this is kind of the thing that I do to help me relax, or when I'm shooting B-roll, or if I go for a walk, or if I go for a drive, I'm going to be listening to some audiobooks. So This is definitely something you should check out. Now, this is not sponsored. I'm not being sponsored by Audible to say this. This is just something that I personally do, and I recommend it if you're into it. And if you are, or if you want to try out a trial, there is a link to that in the description box right down below. So make sure you check that out. This is a recommendation from an actual user who uses that stuff. So now let's move over to the sound quality. So as far as sound quality on these, now, you know, FIIL is known for their sound quality. That is their thing. So these are a little bit different than what I was expecting from FIIL earbuds. It is still very good, but it's stronger bass than I was expecting. And these are bringing not only that nice punch, but they've got some nice sub bass rumble in there as well. That really caught me off guard. It reminds me of the T1 series, like the T1X or the T1XS with the bass boost EQ preset turned on. That's kind of what they sound like to me. Listening to like Kendrick Lamar, Post Malone, some Pac, you really get that bounce. You got that thump that hits you, and it's very, very good. It's a warm and a rich sound signature, which I kind of wasn't expecting. Now, as far as mid-range, it's a little less detailed than some of the other options from FIIL. It's still good, but it is a noticeable departure from the other earbuds that they offer. You still get some good vocal clarity though. Listening to Haley Reinhart, Chris Stapleton with that rich voice, Amy Winehouse as well, still excellent and still better than a lot of other earbuds on the market. Now, there's still some very good treble here to be had and some pretty decent clarity, but there is less sparkle and the sound is definitely not as wide. Like, it doesn't have as much stage and separation as what you get from like the T1XS or the T1 Pro. So that's just a bit of a difference there. It's still pretty good for instruments. When I'm listening to like Carlos Santana or the band playing behind Earth, Wind & Fire or even Postmodern Jukebox on YouTube, you can still hear some of that instrumentation. There's just a little bit less to it, a little less texture than what you're getting out of some of their other options. Overall, the sound quality is still very good and it remains very consumer friendly, probably more so than anything that they've offered before. I still definitely recommend it, but it is a little bit different. Definitely not as bright as what you're getting from some of the other FIIL earbuds, but still excellent nonetheless. So now let's move over to the comparison portion. Now, a few days ago, I posted a picture of these earbuds in my community tab and asked you all to kind of let me know what you wanted me to compare them to and ask some questions in there. And you guys really stepped up and gave me some good options here. So in this comparison, we're going to be comparing them to the One More ComfoBuds Pro, the Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pro, the FIIL T1 Pro, the EarFun Free Pro, along with the Soundcore Life A2NC when needed. So first up, let's start with the noise cancellation. So to rank them, number 1, we've got ComfoBuds Pro. Number 2, we've got the Liberty Air 2 Pro. Number 3, the CC Pro tied with the Life A2NC. Number 4, the EarFun Free Pro. And then number 5, the T1 Pro. So now, ambient sound or transparency mode. So to rank the ambient/transparency mode, number 1, ComfoBuds Pro. Number 2, Liberty Air 2 Pro. Number 3, we've got the FIIL CC Pro. Number 4, you've got a tie for the EarFun Free Pro and the T1 Pro. And number 5, you've got the T1 XS. Now, last but not least, we've got the sound quality. Now to rank them by sound, number 1, ComfoBuds Pro. Number 2, CC Pro. Number 3, Liberty Air 2 Pro. Number 4, T1 XS. Number 5, EarFun Free Pro. And number 6, the T1 Pro. Man, it's a lot of pros in this lineup. But that is my ranking for sound quality on these earbuds. So now let's talk about my main gripes with the FIIL CC Pro. And this is also my main gripe with most of the FIIL True Wireless earbuds. I should have spoken about this in more of my videos, but you know what? Now is the time. Better late than never. So these are a bit restrictive right out of the box. And by restrictive, I mean that you don't have access to all of the features unless you have the FIIL Plus app. Now, this shouldn't be an issue because you should be able to get this app off of the Apple, App Store or off of, the Google Play Store. Unfortunately, the version of this app that is compatible with the CC Pro is not available in the US market. Not at all. If you want to get this app, you have to download the Chinese APK and then sideload it onto your Android phone. If you're on iOS right now, you're SOL. You don't have an option for these right now. So that's the only way to do it right now. You have to get it on Android. You have to download the Chinese version of this app, and it is fully Chinese. Like, it is straight up in Chinese language. So that's how I had to do it. I had to go into the instruction manual that came with these earbuds, use the QR code in there to download that app, sideload it onto my phone, and then I was able to go in and access those advanced features on the CC Pro. Now, being that that app is completely in Chinese and I don't read Chinese, I had to use another phone using the Google Translate camera to translate what it said, so I knew what I was doing on the app. So that's something that is a bit ridiculous, to be completely honest, but that's what I had to do. Otherwise, I wouldn't get access to full touch controls, which is ridiculous. They should just be on right from the factory. Why restrict that? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But also, no access to the multi-point quick switch function. That should just be left on. Like, why hide that behind an app? All the EQ settings and everything else, including the low latency modes and the gaming modes. So you don't have access to any of that stuff unless you have an Android device and are willing to sideload this Chinese APK into your phone. If you're on iOS, you really don't have an option other than to have a friend with an Android phone who's willing to sideload the app, set it up for you. Thankfully, that is something that you can do. If somebody sets it up for you on their phone, the earbuds will save those settings, and then you can pair them to your phone and you'll be good to go. You'll have access to those functions. So hopefully either one, they'll release them unlocked without all these restrictions, or two, they'll make that app available much faster. Hopefully they're listening and, they'll do something about this. So now, let's get into some call quality samples, both indoors and outdoors, and this way you can decide whether or not these microphones are going to work for you. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the FIIL CC Pro. So testing, 1, 2, 3. So you can see we're outdoors. So this is what it's going to sound like outside. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the One More ComfoBuds Pro. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Obviously outdoors once again. So this is what these are going to sound like. Outdoor calls. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the FIIL T1 Pro. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Obviously we're outdoors once again. So this is what these are going to sound like during some outdoor phone calls. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the EarFun Free Pro. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Obviously, we're outdoors once again. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so here we have the call quality indoors for the FIIL CC Pro. So testing, 1, 2, 3. This is what you can expect for phone calls indoors. All right, so here we have the call quality indoors for the One More ComfoBuds Pro. So testing, 1, 2, 3. This is the call quality you can expect indoors from the One More ComfoBuds Pro. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the FIIL T1 Pro. So testing, 1, 2, 3. This is the call quality you can expect indoors from the FIIL T1 Pro. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the EarFun Free Pro. So testing, 1, 2, 3. This is call quality you can expect indoors from the EarFun Free Pro. As always, you're going to have to be the judge of the call quality down in the comment section. So with all of that out of the way, if you want to check out some of my other reviews on the FIIL earbuds, check out the videos I'm going to leave right up here on the screen. Or if you want to see my top 5 true wireless earbuds with noise cancellation under $100, check out the other video that I'm going to leave right up here as well. With that said, I'm out of here. Peace.